Bookbibuli podcast. Shikari Shambu is a beloved Indian comic character created by Vasant Halbe and Fernandes for Tinkle magazine in 1983. Known for his cowardly and lazy nature, Shambu is ironically perceived by others as a brave and daring hunter. Despite constantly trying to avoid dangerous animals, he often ends up becoming a hero through sheer luck or unintended actions. Shikari Shambu is easily recognizable by his large pith helmet, which completely covers his face, and his signature outfit of green shorts and a green shirt. He carries a big rifle, though he rarely uses it. Even when he does, he never harms or shoots any animals. And we have Samar with us today, who will take us on his adventures. Hello, Samar.
My name is Samar and I'm 9 years old and live in Dublin, California. I am an avid reader, especially those that blend humor, adventure, and important life lessons. I enjoy exploring stories that ignite the imagination and teach valuable lessons, and Adventures of Little Shambu is a perfect example of such a book.
Tell us, Samar, what is the basic premise of Adventures of Little Shambu, and how does the book introduce Shambu and, of course, his adventures?
Adventures of Little Shambu is a delightful book that follows the escapades of a young boy named Shambu, who has the knack of getting into adventurous situations. The book introduces Shambu as a playful, curious, and slightly mischievous boy who is always ready to explore the world around him. Each story in the book takes Shambu on a new adventure, whether it's saving animals, exploring the jungle, or just dealing with everyday challenges in a fun or exciting way.
You know what I enjoyed most? Illustrations. Tell us, how did the illustrations by Savio Mascarenhas enhance the storytelling? Did you have a favorite illustration?
Savio Mascarenhas' illustrations add a vibrant and dynamic feeling to the storytelling. The playful and expressive art style perfectly complements the light-hearted tone of the stories. My favorite illustration is the one where Shambu is swinging from a vine in the jungle. With a mix of excitement and a little bit of fear on his face, it captures the essence of Shambu's adventurous spirit and adds a lot of charm to the story.
We have finally reached the North Star program of Bookbibuli. What do you think of it?
The North Star program by Bookbibuli seems like an excellent initiative to encourage young readers to engage with the books more deeply. It promotes a love for reading by rewarding readers for their participation, which can motivate children like us to explore more books and develop a lifelong reading habit. It's a fun and educational way to make reading even more rewarding.
Well, Shambu is funny, and so is the rest of the book. How is humor used in this book? Why don't you tell us a funny moment which you particularly liked?
Humor is an integral part of Adventures of Little Shambu. With many of the situations, Shambu finds himself being both silly and amusing. One particularly funny moment is when Shambu tries to sneak up on a group of monkeys, only to end up with them stealing his hat and mimicking his every move. The way Shambu reacts with a mix of frustration and bewilderment adds a lot of humor to the scene, making it a laugh-out-loud moment.
Yes, it is a laugh out loud moment. But on a serious note, the book portrays the importance of protecting wildlife and the environment. Please, I would really like if you can provide an example from the stories that you've read.
The book subtly weaves the importance of wildlife protection and environmental conservation through Shambu's adventures. For instance, in one story, Shambu helps rescue a trapped animal, teaching readers about the significance of caring for animals and the environment. The story emphasizes that even small actions can have a big impact, on protecting wildlife, encouraging young readers to be mindful of their surroundings and the creatures that inhabit them.
That is so true. We all need to make that small effort collectively so that it becomes big, large, all-encompassing. Did any of Shambhu's adventures remind you of your own experiences? Tell us if they actually did.
Yes, Shambu's endless curiosity and love for adventure reminded me of my own adventure, particularly the times I spent exploring in a hike or a trail.
Now, Samar, would you recommend Adventures of Little Shambhu to other readers?
Absolutely! I would recommend Adventures of Little Shambhu to young readers and their parents alike. The stories are engaging, the illustrations are delightful, and the book delivers important messages about courage, curiosity, and environmental awareness in a fun and accessible way. It is a great choice for any child who loves adventure and has a vivid imagination.
So there, folks, here comes recommendations by our young friend Samar. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts on Adventures of Little Shambhu. I hope my answers encourage others to explore this wonderful book.
The book introduces Little Shambhu, the child version of Shikari Shambu, along with childhood versions of his familiar companions. Unlike the adult Shambhu, Little Shambhu is an adventurous explorer with a keen interest in nature and animals. Through his childhood escapades, we catch glimpses of the future Shikari, particularly his love for animals, which carries into his adult life. And now it's time for Bookbibuli Read. The adventures are delightful, and the artwork beautifully captures the sense of India's villages and small towns. The stories are filled with humor and wholesome fun. Little Shambhu is everything the adult Shambhu is, a downright coward who also loves animals. And what sort of adventures does Little Shambhu go on? Absolutely crazy ones. Join him as he takes you to the zoo for a rather eventful visit, I would say. Accompany him as he goes on a quest to catch a most pesky rat. Run along with him as he unwittingly catches animal smugglers. The books that you can read in and around are Supandi, Tenali Raman, and Kalia. So, until next week, better read, read better.